Hello, cool person. Thanks for stopping in and checking out this tutorial. In this video, I'm going to show you how to build this house, contemporary number 3. And in part 1, it will include the house on the outside here, the decorations, the yard, including the fountain in the garage, and then all of this in the backyard as well. Little grill area and pool. But this is the build. It's really easy. It definitely felt pretty easy. It didn't take me too long to do. So let's go ahead and get started on it. Alright, so for this build you will need an area that is 47 blocks across the front from side to side, and then 67 blocks from the front of the property to the back. And as you can see, that's the entire property. If you only want the house itself, it's actually 29 from front to back and 31 blocks across the front. Not near as large. But if you want the garage and the driveway and all of that, then do it by the 47 by 67. So start here on the bottom right. And for the most part, here I'll show you. I'm using these materials. You can use whatever you like, but I'm using a combination of the quartz and white and black concrete on mine. So let's start here on the bottom right side of the house, and we're going to count up by 30, and then we're going to stop on 31. 4, 5, 20, 30, and we want to stop on 31. Then you're going to come over to the left, and you want to come over 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and place the quartz. You're going to skip 2 blocks, place another one, and this is actually your doorway. You can bring both of these sides up by so that they're 8 tall. 8. Oops. Probably have a few upses in here. You can put in your doors. Above the doors I have 2 white concrete. And I put in 3 black stained glass rows. And then fill these last 2 in with quartz. Alright, that's the beginning of it. I'm going to take my white concrete, I'm going to come out and diagonal to the left by 1 and come over by 1. Bring this little wall up to the top so it's 8 tall. And now you're going to take your black concrete and come diagonal left and forward 1. You're going to place it's going to be 7 across and 5 tall. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You can bring this across. Oops. Yep. And bring it down. And fill it in. Alright, that's what we should have so far. I'm going to take my quartz and I want to line this top layer right on top like that and bring it all the way down. Let's go back on top here with our white concrete, and we're going to make a row of 2 here like that and bring it up by 5. One more. Alright, so you got it lined up with the black here, the black concrete. I'm going to take my glass panes and I'm going to make a row of 3 glass and bring it all the way across. Alright, so that's what we should have so far. So from here, I'm going to grab my black concrete and I'm going to go diagonal and out 1. And I'm going to bring it out by 4. And I'm going to put in a second layer right inside of it. Just like that. I'm going to take my birch planks. I'm going to come right along the outside edge here. And I'm going to come out by 4. And yes, you want these in the ground. Our glass is going to be sitting on this. Then come around the corner and put in 9 more. And come back 3. 1, 2, and 3. Just like that. Now on the inside here, you're going to do a whole nother row. Alright. Come back here to this corner. We can bring our concrete all the way up. Till it matches that. Okay, so now on our birch, we're going to put in 3 rows of glass straight along the inside of your planks here. Make them 3 high. Oops. Okay. Right on top of these, we're going to put 2 rows of white concrete. Alright, stupid glass. Oh goodness, okay. I'm going to use concrete on these ones. Bring it out 3, so it comes all the way across the top of the glass. Bring this across, and then it should meet the black right there. Put a second row on top of that. And now we're going to do another 3 rows of glass paints. Alright, and right on top of that, another row of black concrete. Okay. And let's keep going around the corner here. I'm going to use my white concrete. And I'm going to come up. Actually, let's start by going out towards the back here, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We can bring this all the way up. Just fill in this whole wall. Until it meets the rest of it over here. Alright. This one, let's bring this out one more, because this should actually overhang the white, which you could also bring around as long as we're here. Now I'm going to use some quartz for some extra decoration. I'm going to come in 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on 6, whoops, I'm going to just build a pillar to the top. I'm going to skip one and put another one right here next to it. Alright, so starting from the left side here, grab your birch planks and come over 4, and then come in another 3. We're going to put a layer of 4 glass panes on these. One more. Okay, and then I'm going to use quartz on top of those. Just one layer of them, not like 2 in the front. And then I'm going to take white concrete next to the planks here, and I'm going to come up to the top where my black concrete would be. And then on top of this row, I'm going to add just 1 layer of glass panes, because this is actually going to be a little outdoor patio when it's all done. Alright, more white concrete. I'm going to skip a spot, and then I'm going to come over and I'm going to do 2 more. These can come all the way up. And I'm going to put 4 glass panes here for a little window. And actually, let's fix this. Whoops. Whoops. Here we go. And then put a little window 4 high. Put another quartz block right there so it matches that one. And you can put in another little 3 tall window right here. And as long as we're here, grab the black concrete and bring it around. So it should still be 1 out from the white concrete all the way around. Don't worry about this gap. Okay, onward. Looking pretty good so far. So around this corner here, and put in this diagonal. You can put in your corners if you want. Bring this one all the way up. And another little 4 tall window, so let's put a plank under it. And the rest can go with concrete. And of course on this side as well. And this is actually 2. Alright, so we can pull across our concrete here, and then when you get to the edge, just bring it all the way down to the ground. All the way down to the ground. There we go. Alright. And then right next to that one, we are going to add 2 more layers. 2 more rows, 2 more rows. Bring them all the way up. Alright, we're going to be around on the back side. I'm going to grab my quartz and I'm going to put in 2 by 3 row next to this concrete edge. And then back to my white concrete, I'm going to come back 5. and then 6 will be the corner if you want to do that. And now this we can bring all the way up. You want to have this 10 high. Let's add our extra rows over here. There we go. Now on the inside I'm going to take my black stained glass blocks. I'm going to fill this in so that it's 8 high. It should be 2 shorter than the white concrete we just put in. One more. Alright, and then bring it back by 1. And then on top of this in diagonal, I'm going to put blocks of quartz. And we can put a row of 2. Put another one right behind it. Alright, that's that little section. Actually, before we even get started on that side, let me fix this. I want these to be my quartz blocks. Makes it a little easier to count as well for somebody who's watching a video of it. So let me just change this out. Okay. Alright, perfect. So over on the left side of this, you want to come in 3 spaces and you're going to put a block on 4. 1, 2, 3, and right here. Then you want it to be 7 blocks wide. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And this is actually going to be a little patio up here. So let's come up to the 5th block, and I'm going to use my quartz again. 1, 2, 3, 4 on 5. I'm going to bring it across to 7. One more. And then there's going to be another pillar going up on this side. Just like that. And with our concrete, we can bring it over to the column. Let's fill all that in. So it's the size the other side. And then I'm going to take my quartz, I'm going to make my little patio here. And I'm only going to add 2 more rows, because then that's going to be the rest of my concrete wall. Whoops. Just go ahead and fill all this in, and then we'll cut the doorways out. It's a little bit easier. Okay. Oh, actually, this is one too tall. Let's take this top row out. There we go. And now I'm going to put in my doors. Should be 3 blocks on either side. Just put it right in the center. And another one down here. I want to take my black concrete and put a little roof up here. And then I'm actually going to replace this row with quartz, just to kind of keep with my theme. There we go. And some stained black glass panes for a rail. Let's also carry this around and put a row of concrete right there. Alright, perfect. We can come around to this side. We're going to come back to this very last block, and we can place 2. And we're going to bring these up 4. And then on 5, I'm going to place 2 quartz. So it lines up with my patio here. And on top of these 2 quartz, we're going to add 4 more white concrete. So that it's just 1 short. You can come around this corner and let's put in 3 more. And same thing, fill it in until it reaches, the top of what we just laid out. Alright. Right next to this block, we're going to come in with our quartz 2, and we're going to put in a birch plank right here, because that's going to be a window. You can put in another quartz right there, and let's see, I believe 4 more total. There we go. And come around and add 3 more. Okay, and all these we can bring up. I'm going to stick with my quartz on this whole little section here. Bring it up so it's that tall. Your glass panes are 5 tall, and the rest of that will be actually, we don't want any of this. Let's bring it up 6, and our glass comes up 5. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can connect those. We're going to put our glass here, but we're going to stop 1 short. Let's double up our birch wood, just like that. And same thing on this side, it needs to be 5 tall. One more. Okay, and top it with quartz. And bring the quartz out 1 and bring it all the way down to the ground. You're also going to put in another row of quartz right here next to the birch. And just leave it right like that. And then the last thing in this corner, let's go ahead and double up our birch wood here along the outside. Alright. And then we just have this last side. It's pretty easy, and then we'll wrap it around, connect it there to the doorway, and it's going to be the exterior of the house. Let's come into this inside block here. I'm going to place 6 concrete going left. And then it's going to be 6 high. Alright, next to that white concrete, let's place 7 birch in the ground. And then turn and place 5 more. Like that. And you can take these and double them up, just come out 1. Whoops. And stops right there. And then we're going to put glass on top of here that's going to be 4 layers. And just on the inside row of birch here. And on top of this row of glass, you're going to place a row of concrete, black concrete. Nope. Here we go. Oh, see, I already broke it. We want these to come out by 6, not by 5. So just add another layer to all of this. Alright, there we go. And now we can come around the back, and we're going to put concrete right there and have it meet the house. Can bring this up 6. Yep, one more. And then I'm going to put a block of quartz right next to the birch and in front of that concrete. And all the way to the top there, because we're going to start bringing this around. So let's go ahead and just start doing that. You want a row of quartz diagonal and in front of, above and in front of the black. So start pulling this all the way around. And let's have this one meet that column. We're going to do the same thing. Let's start right here. So on this block closest to you, here at the front of the house, just grab your, nope, we're going to put them right here. And bring them all the way around your black. Not even sure we finished the black. We might have a couple more strips to do around the back of the house here. Or around the side we just built. Alright. Do the same thing right here. Alright. We're going to grab some white concrete and we're going to bring these 2 rows all the way across till it meets the back of the house. Right there. Alright, perfect. All of this section is going to be ceiling, so you can go ahead and just fill that in, and I'll be back when mine's all done. Let's finish up this middle section. We're going to continue with our black row of concrete here that we have going around. So you want to be on the block just outside of your window here. And we're going to pull this around this side. Pull it around this corner till it meets up with that back patio area. And if it's easier, you can fill in the white concrete here. This is all going to be roof. But alright, so far so good. Now all we need to do is just fill in our ceiling. So just go ahead and fill everything in and I'll be back. Alright, so the roof's all filled in here. I guess we can fix this. Brought that up one too many. Alright. So the roof's all filled in. Now all I want to do is go through and make sure that I have this overhang of quartz all the way around. So I'm just going to add one more row that sticks out. And that one's already got one. Same with this. Let's cover this up. Alright. And this I left open right here. You can pull it all the way to the front if you want. I left mine open so I have a little skylight in there. And that's it. We're going to leave that. So it looks like I got all my trim, or my gutters, or whatever those would be. And it looks like the house is pretty complete. So now we can start on some of the, actually let's go ahead and start the driveway and the garage. And then we'll come back in and do all the decorations and bushes and whatnot. Alright, we'll get that part started. Okay, got my inventory all reorganized for the garage and the driveway here. So come to the front of the house on the left side, right next to this birch, this last birch block. Skip a block of grass and then place a slab. You can pull this slab all the way back until it's one short from your border, because that's where your hedge fence is going to be. And right next to this slab, and I'm going to place a block of quartz, and I'm going to do 3 more on top of just white concrete. I'm going to do the same thing where I'm mixing both. I'm going to come in one with my birch planks, and I'm going to come across 6. And then I want to build another column just in front and to the left of my last birch. Just like that. You can put another row of birch on top of here. And on top of that, I'm using light blue stained glass panes. Oh, you know what? I don't like that. I'm going to do light blue stained glass blocks. There we go. That's going to make it look more like a solid door. And on top of that, you want this top to be connected just like that. Alright, and then around on this side, I'm going to take my quartz, and I want another block next to that one, 3 more on top. And then right here, I'm going to have a window. So I need my glass panes. Alright. And we want this one 3 high, just like that. Another column right next to it. And actually one more. This one needs to be 2 wide as well. And then here I have a double door. And 2 more blocks next to that. And that's the back of the garage. So you can bring these up. So they're all 4 tall. Bring this one straight back. And just fill this part in. And then here along the sides, add 1 more row. And connect these. Okay. And I'm going to fill in my roof here with quartz. Can't get enough of this stuff in survival, so I love using it in creative. Alright, perfect. And don't forget your buttons for your garage door handles. Alright, now we can keep working on the slab driveway. So from this corner here, just bring it all the way down until it's even with the concrete on either side, or the quartz on either side of the door. And then skip the 2 spots for the door. And then you're going to place 2 more. You're going to come forward and diagonal 1. And do it again, forward and diagonal, forward and diagonal, and forward and diagonal. So you've got 4. And then you're going to put the edge of it right here. And this one's going to come all the way down until it's too short from our edge. Just like that. At the end here, oh no, let's do one more. Here we go. I'm going to put a birch plank, a sea lantern, and then a slab on top of that. I'm going to skip 9 and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And here on 10, I'm going to put another one of those lanterns. And then behind this, we're going to come up 6 with our slabs. Just like that. And we're going to go diagonal and up one, and diagonal and up one, and do it one more time. And then this will be our row that we carry across. Alright, and then we're going to bring it, you're going to have 2 blocks in between here, and then we're going to come in one and diagonal, and then in one and diagonal. And this one you can bring all the way back. Alright, so now what I normally do with most of my builds is the rest of the driveway is going to be brick. This is what I'm using. I'm going to actually be using slabs, and they're going to be down one on the top half of the lower block, and underneath that I'm actually going to install my sea lantern so it's all nice and glowy at night. So that's the next step. All the grass blocks, go ahead, dig them out, put lighting underneath if you want, and if you don't, you can just use a full brick block for the rest of the driveway. But let me get all this replaced and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got all of my sea lanterns buried. I've got some slabs put in. Now I'm going to put in my iron bars for my gate, and I'm going to go ahead and start bringing around the hedge. And as you can see on the corners, I did the same type of birch and sea lantern corners there. And these are all going to be too high as far as your leaves, whatever leaves you're going to use. Whoops, not that slab, that one. So it's going to look like that. And I'm just going to keep doing that all the way around. Cool. So that's all of this, and then in order for you to have, not all of this, in order for you to have access to the property, just cut out an area for a door. You could even put it around the other side if you wanted to make it a little more hidden. But alright, so there's the front area, and I guess we can just start with the fountain and the stuff that's going on here. Do that next. So I pretty much kept this very basic as well as the rest of the build. So just come in, skip 2 blocks of grass, and then just sort of center it. It doesn't really matter. Just skip your 2 blocks, and then you're going to want 4 slabs. Just about like that in the front. Then you're going to come diagonal and up and on both sides with another slab. Then come out and up one more diagonal with a quartz block this time, and put another one right behind it. Do the same thing over here. You're going to put a diagonal quartz block right there, both sides, and right next to that a stack of 2. Same with right there. Then diagonal and back, you're going to put a stack of 3 with quartz slabs across the top. And then all of this I filled in with sea lanterns. Surprise, surprise. It looks nice in the dark. And then water buckets I just threw right here and right here. And I left mine flowing. If you want to fill it all in so it doesn't, that's fine. Don't forget your flowers. It's kind of random. However you like them. And then over here I think I had like 4 rose bushes growing. My prize rose garden right here. And in front of that I'd actually put in another row of sea lanterns for lighting and water. There. Alright, that's the front. What I did on the sides here for the bushes, I actually used the dark oak fence and my warped block, that one, and then I made little hydroponic bushes. So I did them about every 10 spaces. I pulled them out one. So just for instance, this one, and I made mine too tall. And then knock out that block, put a sea lantern in, and fill it with water. And then it glows really nice. So I'm going to do that all the way around the entire property. Like every 10 or 11 blocks, doesn't have to be perfect, whatever you want. And we'll keep going from there. Alright, I just got these 2 left here. Whoops. Of course, as soon as I come back. Everything else was going just fine. And let's say one right about here. Okay. Alright, so that lines everything up with some bushes. Let's head back over here to the garage, and I'm going to start putting in a little bit of lighting. I think I had one there, and then one here, right there. And I had bushes on either side of the door going up to the top. Alright. And then let's see, at the front of the house right here, we'll just start with the easy stuff first. I've got quartz slabs right here at the bottom window, and rods underneath that for some light over here. I've got bushes coming out to the end of the wall, well, to the one short, just next to the quartz. And then I'm of course going to use my slabs and sea lanterns and fill in this little walkway that's going to take you to the front door. So many sea lanterns. They're easy to come by if you have a guardian farm. Okay. Yikes. Alright. And then got some weeping vines coming from here. It's for a little different color. And then let's see. Over here I've got my dark oak leaves, which I've just lined across the bottom. And I've brought them up one on either side. And then I put end rods meeting here in the center. One on the leaf and one on the quartz. And then in front of that I think I have a row of pink tulip. Guys, that's just nice. Alright. Let's keep on going. I've got end rods up here. One at the bottom. One at the top. They're not going to touch. And same on that side. And then around over on this strip, I actually have a whole row of them going all the way up to the top. And that's going to be the same on the other side. Just like that. And just line it up here at the last spruce block or birch block we placed. Some kind of wood. Alright. Cool. And then, did I put it away? Not yet. Go ahead and pull this all the way back until it meets that column. And then all I did on the sides here, I don't need this stuff anymore, was just a couple of bushes that I planted on logs. And one over here. Oh, we'll do the same thing. Line it out with the double birch here. And bring it all the way over. Might as well. Okay. Put another little bush right here. And that's pretty much all I think I've done on this side. Got some more end rods that I want to put here on the corners. And in these corners. Alright, and I think same thing over here. Let's bring this back. We'll take care of the easy stuff first. And then we'll hit that backyard. Alright, there we go. Alright, so for the back, let's see. I'm going to get some different supplies in my bag here and get ready. But it's going to include the barbecue, the little patio, picnic table area, and the swimming pool. So, be right back. I'm going to start with my lighting. I'm going to put an end rod on the corner of the ceiling up to here and on the floor. And then I'm going to use red nether brick slabs here. But of course, before I lay all these down, I'm also going to line it with some sea lanterns. And that's going to come all the way across, fill all this in. And then take out this row of 3 here. The door will be in the center of it. And just bring it out really as far as you want. I don't have a back gate on this property. And I think on the original build next door there, it stops like 2 or 3 away from the fence, from the hedge. So I think I'm just going to bring mine out to that. And cover them up. Okay. Then down here, I'm going to plant a couple of cauldrons, like little planters, and put a stack of leaves on them like that. And of course, some more lighting. I'm going to put another end rod. You know what? Let's bring it out one. Here we go. That'll give us better light. Okay. Couple of details left. Put some quartz stairs upside down here above the door. A little more texture. And I need a couple more lights over in this area. That should be good. And for the grill. The grill's pretty easy. Just come into this quartz pillar block right here. And I'm going to use a variance of bricks and granite. So place a stair it's upside down coming forward. Then place another one right next to it upside down facing out this way. It's kind of the little edge. Put 2 stone bricks right behind that. Put 2 more right next to that. And then do the same thing with your stairs right here. Not that one, but one coming forward and one coming out. And put your little buttons here on the front. And then take your stone bricks and put 2 blocks on the back like that. And on the front of those, put 2 upside down stairs. Makes a pretty easy little grill. And then I always put a little exhaust pipe up the top here. And then let's go ahead and, well, I'm not going to worry about that right now. If you wanted to, you could extend the patio around. I think I did that over there. But for the sake of time, we'll skip that part and just move on to the picnic table. For the table, I'm going to come out to about where this is, the edge of the grill here. I'm just going to sort of center it. And I'm going to use 3, oh goodness. Let me put that back. Let's set that one there. So I want 3 upside down stairs right here for this side of the table. And you might as well do another 3 on this side of the table. Like that. And then here in the center, put glass panes. And then on top of this one and this one, you're going to cover those. This one you can knock out because that is where our little umbrella is going to go. Just like that. Alright, let's put in our chairs real quick. Let's put in 4 each on the corners. Alright, and then I'm going to use string next along here so that I can actually put some carpet on top of it and make a little umbrella. And I think I was just doing a checkerboard of white and red. Yeah. There's a little table. If you wanted to, you could put some item frames on it with some food. So for the pool, I just came in 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on 5 is where I put my first one, but I want to come out. I'm going to leave a gap of grass right here. So that's where I put my first one. I believe mine comes out by 7. These here, these 4 are going to be stairs, and then put 2 more on this side. And you bring it all the way down, well, to however far you want. I'm going to have a diving board on mine, so I'm going to leave 1, 2, 3 between my bush line there along the hedges and the edge of my pool. And I'm going to use my quartz all the way across and around. And like I said, those are going to be stairs. So next I'm going to dig this down by 3 because on the very bottom layer I'm going to do my light blue concrete. So let me get that done. Okay, so from here it's pretty easy. I'm going to put in stairs right here, and then 2 more right here. And I want to put sea lanterns in all my corners. Let's see, I'll put it 1 in. And then in all the other spaces, I'm going to have some white concrete. Oh goodness. Alright, nobody saw that. Alright, and of course, lots and lots of water. Better make sure I don't spill. I don't have an empty bucket to fix it. Perfect. Now let's fix this here. I'll put water on the stairs here so it doesn't flow. Alright, and then the last thing that I had was just a couple of chase lounges over here. And give them each a little side table like that. Then I'm also going to make them a little umbrella. I'm going to use iron bars for this one. And string. Just bring it around just like we did at the picnic table. And then this one I'm using blue carpet for. Oops. And one more. And there you go. That's the whole build. I appreciate you coming and watching, special person. I hope you watch some more videos. I'll have some more new ones coming out. If you haven't seen them already, be sure to check out my other videos in the playlist. And I hope you enjoyed. Thanks again for watching.